Why animal testing is unnecessary to prove a product is safe for humans. Animals have been companions to man since the beginning of time. Even recently in 2017, carvings were found on a cliff in the Arabian desert depicting a man with his dogs. This carving dates back over 8,000 years. Can you think of your pets right now? Maybe you have a dog, a cat, a guinea pig, or even a rabbit. How would you feel if your animal was subjected to cruel testing that not only caused extreme pain, but often led to death? Today I will be speaking about why animal testing is unnecessary because of its infringement of animal rights, the pain that is inflicted, and because there are alternatives. Animals' rights are constantly violated whenever the animal is used in research. Tom Reagan, a philosophy professor from North Carolina State University, touches up on this subject, stating, "Animals have a basic moral right to respectful treatment. This inherent value is not respected when animals are reduced to being mere tools in a scientific experiment. In many ways, animals and humans are similar. Both animals and humans feel, think, behave, and experience pain. The only difference is, animals aren't given a choice. Animals cannot volunteer themselves or vocalize how they feel. Unfortunately, animals continue to be subjected to treatments and tests that are often painful, cause permanent damage, and lead to death." In an article posted by Stanford University, author Stephanie Liu expresses how, in respect to this capacity, many animals are no different than humans. They can feel pain and experience pleasure. Therefore, they should have the same moral status and deserve equal treatment. Moving on, the pain that is infringed upon the animals during research and experiments is not worth it. PETA states how, examples of animal tests include forcing mice and rats to inhale toxic fumes, force-feeding dogs pesticides, and dripping corrosive chemicals into rabbits' sensitive eyes. Even if a product harms animals, it can still be marketed to consumers. Conversely, just because a product was shown to be safe in animals does not guarantee it will be safe in use for humans. Animals and humans can both feel pain, and one reaction they have in common is their reaction of screaming when being exposed to pain. Furthermore, two of the most common tests performed on animals are the Drays and the L250 test. During the Drays test, the substance or product being tested is placed under the eye of the animal, generally rabbits. Then the animal is monitored for damage to the cornea and other tissues around the eye. This test is extremely painful to the animal and often results in blindness or death. The L250 test is used to test the dosage of a substance that is necessary to cause death in 50% of animals within a certain time frame. During this test, researchers pump the stomachs of the animals until they die. Sadly, death doesn't come immediately sometimes, and the animals are left to suffer for days or weeks. According to specialist Barbara Orlins, the animals suffer from vomiting, diarrhea, paralysis, convulsions, and internal bleeding. Since death is a required endpoint, dying animals are not put out of their misery by euthanasia. At last, animal testing is unnecessary because there are alternatives. Many cosmetic companies are finding better ways to test their products without the use of animal subjects. For example, The Body Shop, which is a London-based cosmetic company, recently published a pamphlet called Animals Against Testing. In this pamphlet, they explain how, by using natural ingredients such as bananas and basil nut oil, as well as other ingredients with a long history of safe human use, they are able to never test on animals. Also, in situations where the Drays test is needed, there is a new synthetic skin that can be used to replace the use of testing on animals. Along with this, with advancements in technology, computers are also being used to stimulate and predict the potential damage that certain products or chemicals can cause. In conclusion, animal testing is unnecessary and should be stopped. Animals do not have a voice of their own and are constantly taken advantage of for tests and experiments that can be performed by other means of technology and research. The pain that is inflicted onto these animals is cruel and unjust. and while it has thankfully decreased in more recent years, it is not obsolete. We have to be a voice for these animals who have had theirs taken away, and stop animal testing. Thank you.